So, today I'll be talking about the pros and cons of living in Winnipeg. What's up, everybody? My name is Ben. I'm with Keller Williams Real Estate in the city of Winnipeg. If this is first time on this channel and you want to know everything about living, eating, sleeping, and even playing in Winnipeg, make sure you subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so you get notified anytime we do a new video. We got so many people reaching out to us about planning on moving to Winnipeg, and we absolutely love it. So if you plan on moving to Winnipeg or relocating to Winnipeg, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, because we got your back in moving to Winnipeg. Now, the first pro I'm going to be talking about is there are endless activities in Winnipeg. Wow, I so much love Winnipeg. And one thing I love about Winnipeg is there's so much to do. There's so much activities in the city compared to the city I was living previously. Today, I actually went with a couple of my friends to go watch wrestling. I saw all the stars that I used to watch on TV. I saw them live, watching. I love wrestling, and I loved watching watching those stars live. I used to watch the stars majorly on TV, but watching them live was really exciting. So that's I love that about Winnipeg. And also, if you're into betting, I am not into betting, but if you're into betting, you could go to the casino, and make some money, man. So that is it. So and also there is basketball, there's swimming, there are malls you could go to, just take your family out. There are gardens you could go to, take your family out. It's so interesting to live in Winnipeg. It's a city I love so much that I enjoy, because if you stayed in a city that you don't have much activities and you move down here, you're gonna love this city. Now, the cons that I'll be talking about is that where I was previously staying, which is the northern part, you could cover the whole city within 10 minutes, right? So, but in Winnipeg, you can move from one place to another. It takes you 20 minutes, it takes you 25 minutes, it takes you 30 minutes, sometimes it takes you 35 minutes to move from one place or the other. And that's a con for me. It takes me a while. Where I was staying before on the northern side, some people could go 3 jobs because they could move from one point to the other. It's easy to move. But in Winnipeg, I don't think you could do about 3 jobs. Some do it, but I don't know. Moving from one city to one place to one, if it takes you 30 minutes, I don't know how you could juggle 3 jobs together, but it's totally up to you. Another thing I'll be talking about, another pros I'll be talking about is transportation. Wow, I love Winnipeg transportation. Sometimes, can you imagine in Winnipeg, there's a bus that comes around 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 12 a.m. rather, to pick you from the stop. There's a bus moving around that time. If you need a bus around 1 a.m., you have a bus ready to take you to your various destination. That's pretty cool, and that's one thing. That's another thing I love about Winnipeg. You could easily take a bus at night, and they resume very early in the morning. Also, that's a welcome, and I love that about Winnipeg. Now, the con to that is that sometimes there are some regions in Winnipeg, I heard, that the bus don't work that late. So that's a con. There are some places that the bus don't work that late. But we're just fortunate where I stay. The bus work until 12:1. So if you're someone who likes to go out at night, you're rest assured that you'll be back home in no time. Now, the third thing I'll be talking about is the weather. Wow, I love Winnipeg weather. I love the weather because in summer the sun throughout. When you're in summer, you know you're in summer, and when you winter, you know you're in winter. Because the reason why I'm saying this probably might not be obvious to some people is because of where I came from. Now, from the northern side, when it's in the winter, is when it's in the summer, it's still summer. It feels somehow like you're in the winter. It's and it's so short. Before you know it, the summer is just probably in Winnipeg. The summer, lapse to from May or there about April to let's talk about down to October. From the northern region, the winter starts probably May. By the time you get to August, September, you start feeling the winter. So you start feeling the cold. So that's why I love Winnipeg, and it's quite very sunny in Winnipeg, very very sunny, and I love that about Winnipeg. The weather is nice. I know some people do complain about that Winnipeg is very cold, but if you're coming from where I'm coming from, you will know that you have a lovely weather in Winnipeg. The con to that is that winter could be sometimes there could be a lot of snow. Like I like last year, there was so much snow in Winnipeg. It was so much snow, and sometimes that could be, and also it could be windy in Winnipeg too. There's so much wind right here, but that doesn't bother me because if you're coming from where I'm coming from, you will know it's a piece of cake. I love Winnipeg regardless of the cons. But now I'll be talking about the next point. That is, I love the food, the beer, hanging out with friends down in Winnipeg. Now, the reason why I love that is that even in the winter, you could go out with your friends, have a nice time, have a nice beer, talk, you understand, and just network in Winnipeg. But so in the northern side, you couldn't do that because in the winter it's extremely cold. It's so cold that you would, if someone tells you to go out to get something if you want to get something out there, you have to say the Lord's Prayer because it's extremely cold down in the northern side, the northern Snow Lake and the likes, extremely cold. So that is why I love Winnipeg. The restaurants, I love to take, once in a while I like to take my beer and I like to hang out with friends, and Winnipeg offers me that opportunity, and that is why I love Winnipeg. The prices of the homes around that region has shot up periodically because people want to stay where they want to enjoy themselves. So the prices of home there is really up, and that is why it's kind of a con to that. But anyways, it's normal when you have commercial activities going on. There's every likelihood for prices of home to keep shooting up. The pros I'm going to looking at now is Winnipeg is multicultural. Wow, I love that about Winnipeg. You have so many people, different races, different tribes. It's a multicultural city, and I love that. Ability to hang out with different tribes, communicate, network with different tribes, it's something I love, and I love that about Winnipeg. You have so many tribes in Winnipeg, so many people you can hang out with, so many people you can share ideas with, so many people you can learn their cultures. So that's a really plus and a big one for me. Why I love living in Winnipeg. The cons to that rather is that because of that, Winnipeg could sometimes people could perceive that we don't relate well with each other because of that. Because you could see that some communities like to stay within their communities. Some community, you understand me, and sometimes people could perceive that we segregate we segregate ourselves. But that is people's perception. But as far as I'm concerned, I love that. Winnipeg is an awesome place to live in. So now I'll be talking about the middle ground. What I'm indifferent about. It's not a pro, it's not a con. I'm indifferent about these ones. Now, another thing that we could do in Winnipeg is smoke weed. So there are so many outlets in Winnipeg in which people could smoke. You could smoke whatever you want to smoke. If you love to smoke, you know how to smoke, but you need to abide by the rules and regulations that guides that particular area.
That which rules? Smoking. Listen my teeth. 3 fingers. Don't hear. Okay.
So I'll always advise you proceed with caution. So that's about that in Winnipeg. Now, the last and not the least of what I'll be talking about in Winnipeg is the gas. Now, for the gas, in the northern region, you could park your car. You have a gas. You have someone who will reach out and help you with the gas. But here in Winnipeg, you have to come out of your car and plug in your gas yourself. So that is, I'm indifferent about that because I could allow someone to fill the gas for me, and I can do it myself. So it doesn't bother me. But again, you got to reach out to us so that we can help you find that perfect area that you want to live in or you want to go see. In order to do that, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, however you want to get hold of us, because we get your back and move into Winnipeg. And until the next video, I'll catch you later.